You want a war? You're going to get one.
What was that? He had no time for one more play.
He had an opportunity to win that game at the end.
But the referee screwed us. The brother screwed us.
I'm upset, but
the brother screwed us.
At least they fought back and tried.
Only Cowboys game.
You literally.
The brother screwed us. The brother screwed us. He had one man opportunity for one more play.
Dallas still stinks.
Yo, by the way, King Dingbat here, and welcome to another day of practice and the first NFL game of the year. How about that? What is going on, everybody? How you guys doing? Hope you can hear me coming in loud and clear. KGK, what's up? Devon, what's up? Nick, what's up? Barbie, the princess of YouTube, what's up? K Robinson, what's happening? Ghostface Digital, what's happening? Ezekiel Major, happening. Chris North, King Family, Dave Does, Donnie, Rock, King Family, Logan Motorsports. What is going on, everybody? Laceyford, what's happening? Joseph, what's up, man? Anybody I missed, I apologize. Let's jump right into this mother humper because, yeah, I'm sure we got some stuff to talk about with this injury report. I definitely have a lot to say on it. All right, here we go. So let's look at this injury report right quick. If I can get it. There we go. All right. Let me get rid of myself. All right, so not practicing today. Zach Bond, back. E.J. Jenkins, hamstring. Damn it. Terrace Marshall, knee. Andrew Makuba. This is the killer right there. Makuba's still not practicing. Devontae Smith back. I'm not worried about it. Nolan Smith concussion. I mean, the only one I really worry about is Makuba. I don't like that. Then you got limited is Campbell's shoulder, Carter's shoulder, AJ Dillon's limited back, Cam Jurgens back, and that's pretty much your injury report for today. As the Eagles are in shells. What's going on, chat? How are you? What's up, King Family? What's up? Eagles has landed. What's happening? Maxton, what's up? Jalen 500. I'm here. Let's go, man. Let's go. Hold on. Thank you. Oh, yeah, thank you. My wife brought me some coffee. I need coffee. It's early in the morning. 500, I've been away. How's camp going? It's going all right, Davey. It's going all right. You know, it is what it is. It's camp. Let's look at some clips that are coming out of camp. There's Nakobe Dean earlier doing drills. Kobe Dean looks good, man. I mean, I don't know where he has to get to, but he looks good. They got DeJean working on punt returns after they basically said that it wasn't going to happen. So they're working on punt returns here. Who's going to be the punter? They said some nice things about Anais Smith. Philly Gridiron, what's going on? AJ Harris, what's happening? Heard anything about Samuel Jr.? Heard nothing about Asante Samuel Jr. Nothing. Oh, Pin, man. Thank you for the super chat, man. Shout out to you. Thank you. They got to get Justin Simmons, bro. I know. Look, I don't want him, but you might be right. They might not have a choice. How much time is Makuba going to lose? They need somebody else. I mean, we'll see what Sidney Brown could do. We're going to put all our hopes in him. They're going to have to do something. Joseph's go, what's up, my man? Cowboys suck. Yes, they do. Let's see. Lavender, good morning, Big Home. What's up, chat? What's going on, my man? Justin Simmons signing going to happen Monday. Yeah, I mean, look, that's the easy one. That you could do, I think, pretty much any time. Question is can you get somebody better than him? That's what I want to know. Antonio Holmes, what's up, my man? Sidney's got I would say he's got the lead in the job. I mean, they haven't even played one preseason game yet, but he definitely has the lead in the job because, I mean, you know, he got corners working. I don't know. I don't know what Justin Simmons has left. I really don't know. Why are so people hung up on Justin Simmons, who was the old player? Fans big for that worked out. Yeah, I just think because he played with Fangio before, he was under him, and people know the name. But you're right. He's older. He didn't have a great year last year in Atlanta. I don't know what he is. I don't know what he's got left. I would try to do something a little different. I would try to pull another situation like they did with CJ. Find somebody else that we're not even thinking of. Mark says, yo, King 500, put the concerns about the offense. But the concern about the offense, we've a long way to go. It's probably a positive sign. They need to shelf last year and start anew. I mean, I'm not really concerned about the offense. You know, people, I think, are making way too much of it. There's an offense. You don't know what they're installing, what they're working on. It's just too hard to know. The talent is there on the offense. You know, so I think they'll be fine. So Marshall has a knee injury. Marshall's another one. He played good. Looked good a couple days of practice, and then boom. EJ Jenkins hamstring. That sucks. Cooper and Quinion. If Brown and Makuba don't work out, could you see us making a move for Buda Baker? Well, if the Cardinals would want to go out and trade him, that's the question: is are the Cardinals going to want to trade him? What I think I could see more happening than anything, I could see the Eagles trying to find somebody, you know, maybe a team that has some depth. Maybe they have a young guy. Maybe they know there's another corner, like a slot corner, similar to like what CJ was, that they think can come over and play safety. I think something like that, or the emergency situation, and the thing that they do if they have to do it, you got to put Cooper DeJean at safety, and that would be the only thing I could think of. 500. Let's be honest, Howie has 13 picks next year, 100%. Those are chips for players this season. Oh, I agree with that. Yeah, no, Howie's going to make a move. Howie's going to make a move. He's going to make a move like, you know, week 2, week 3 of the preseason. It's not going to be like right now. Here's Makuba on the field. He was working out, doing part of drills, but he's not working out. Obviously, he doesn't have shoulder pads on. Clark, my man, shout out to you, Clark. Thank you for the super chat. Any update on Makuba and Smith Jr.? Smith Jr. concussion. There's Devontae. He's not practicing also. Smith has a concussion. Makuba, they said strained shoulder is what I heard. Strained shoulder, and we're going on day 3 now. I said I'd give him the Thursday, but now he's missing Thursday. I don't know if they're in full pads or not tomorrow, but he might not practice till next week. He needs to be out. He definitely needs to be out there. That's killing us, man. It's killing us. Jimbo, what's up, my man? No, Cards won't give up. Not unless they, you know, they were crash and burning. You've got to find somebody we're not thinking of. It's got to be somebody that is like in the last year of a rookie contract, or He's played in a slot, but he really could be a safety like they did with CJ. Remember, when they traded for CJ Gardner-Johnson, he was a slot corner in New Orleans. He wasn't a safety. He didn't start playing safety till he came to the Eagles week 1. So, somebody like that, a team that maybe has, depth at safety. BMO says Tariq Woolen from Seattle is the trade name. Like, there you go. Yeah, I'll have to look into him. I don't know a lot about him, but something like that. I think that's what it's got to be. Something like that. To me, that's much more appealing than Justin Simmons. Justin Simmons to me is like, we don't got any choice. We've got no choice. Just trade for CJ. That would be the greatest thing ever. Let's get get the likes up. You got to help me out. Come on now. It's 7:39 in the morning for me. I'm dying over here. It's my man Jordan Davis kicking ass. What's going on, Barbie? Really, you have who's your safeties? Sidney Brown, unproven. Makuba still out. Cornerback, you might be right. We'll have to see. I think Adoree Jackson's more competent than any of the safeties we have right now without Makuba. Player ordering the roster sign, like I just don't know what he's got left after his injury. I mean, we hear nothing about that kid. Maybe if he didn't get hurt, yeah. But I think that injury really screwed him up. I think get someone outside for safety so we can use Cooper more. Yeah, he's gonna play some safety. CJ gave up most touchdown receptions of the team among safeties. CJ Johnson wasn't perfect, but what CJ was is he's a guy that brought swagger to the team, energy to the team. I thought he made some good plays, and I thought he struggled early in the year. I thought he came on really late in the year. So I would be interested in seeing those numbers compared to the first part of the season and the second part of the season, to be honest with you. But I like CJ Gardner-Johnson. Eagles go to 2 Super Bowls, so he's on the roster. I don't think that's an accident. Here you go. Let's go to some things here. All right. All right, so let's say here you go. Starting out some stuff here. I can't even think. It's so early. Martin Frank says Cooper DeJean at safety in base. We're going to see that when they're in base defense. Adoree Jackson at outside corner to start. Jihaad Campbell and Trotter at linebacker with Zach Bone out. Eagles interior defensive lineman Jalen Carter is participating in 11-on-11s for the first time this summer. Carter was limited. He didn't practice the other day. So he's practicing today. 11-on-11s anyways. Let's see. A.J. Dillon is limited with a back injury today at practice. We'll see how much he does in the team. Adoree Jackson start with the stars to begin. So they get 1 day. We get 1 day of Ringo, and then Adoree Jackson's back starting. We'll see. I'm beginning to think this is a Nakobe Dean situation, like with Devin White. I just have a weird feeling. Let me see here. Another day, another Campbell play. Campbell slows up the run by throwing Van Sumer into the ground. What a stud, dude. What a stud. Dude, the kid flashes, literally flashes every practice. Every practice, he makes a play. There's some receiver drills. The secondary scares me. Well, I think right now it's okay to be a little scared about the secondary, to be honest with you. Yeah, football tonight. I'm not streaming the game, but I will be on my Discord. So go to the Discord if you want to hang out with me. I'll be chatting over there during the game. Breaking news, breaking motherfucking news. In the new Superman movie, Superman with a bag of yeah, that movie stunk. Damn, that movie stunk. So disappointing. 500. You know what I got to see from Davis is next thing. I need Davis to get me like Sue mean. Yeah, I don't know. Like personality wise, Davis doesn't seem to me like he could get that mean, does he? But he's a player though. I think Nakobe Dean. I think he's a player. Let's see. Looking for any updates here. So Brandon Lee Gallant saying Ben Van Sumer is limping a bit after getting manhandled by Jihaad Campbell. Damn, he's a beast, dude. So, did you know that Hurts is the first NFL pass? First NFL pass Carson Wentz play wide receiver screen pass? I did not know that. No. I don't remember that at all. That's interesting. Ghostface Digital, man. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for super chat. Appreciate you, man. Says we need to make a trade for a cornerback. But who do you want to give up in order to get someone worth getting? I wouldn't give up a player. I wouldn't give up any players. I would give up draft pick. You've got 13 draft picks next year, multiple third-round picks, multiple fourths, fifths. You should be able to load up and get somebody else. Here, I'm going to give you a cornerback scenario. All right, here's a crazy cornerback scenario to watch. Nobody's going to talk about this, but late in the year, when you get to the trade deadline, if the Pittsburgh Steelers are struggling, okay, they may go ahead and trade Darius Slay to a team for one more run because it's the final year of his career. So if the Eagles are still struggling at corner, maybe you go bring back Slay for one more run. Just a thought to put out there into the ether. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying. What the hell do I know? I don't ride horses. This ain't me. This ain't me. This ain't me. Hell no. I'm not a horsey rider. Somebody said something about Chin. 500. I think how he was going to call for Jeremy Chin Vegas. I don't think he likes Chin. I don't think they want him. I think they need a cover. They want a cover safety. I don't know how good he is in I don't know how he is great against the pass anymore. Oh, here we go. How about this? This is a cool update. There's a cool update here. Another day Campbell play. Jihaad Campbell is taking snaps at edge with the second team. How about that? What's happened so far? The biggest thing to me, Ethan, so far in practice is Makuba is not playing. It's not practicing. Safety is an issue, and Jihaad Campbell's making plays. They got him at edge. What do you guys think about that? See, I love that. I want him to play all over. Like, if he could be an edge rusher, rush the passer at times, and especially when Dean comes back and you can rotate Dean back in, or even Trotter, because Trotter's had a great camp too. People are sleeping on Trot. Clark, my man, thank you for the super chat, my man. He says that whooping of Mark Holmes was priceless yesterday. It's like an every week beatdown. You know what I mean? The river of deceit pulls down. That's all I can tell Mark. The river of deceit pulls down. The guy's delusional. That makes it better about Campbell is he's making all the plays and he hasn't even played next to Bourne in training camp because Trotter's the only linebacker playing with the ones Campbell ain't played with Bourne. Yeah, not much. Only a little bit. Very few snaps. I mean, I don't know. This kid's a player, man. He every practice, every practice, it's Jihaad Campbell makes another play. Jihaad Campbell makes another play. I mean, like, yeah, look, I know it's practice, and I know you got to get to camp, and I know that they're not fully hitting, but like, it's evident that the kid is flashing early. He's bigger than I thought he was. Like, I don't know why I thought he was smaller, you know? Let me see. Here's an interesting. All right, here you go. Brandon Lee Galton said this. Says at his best this summer, Keely Ringo has run routes better than the wide receivers he's defending. Just had a chance to get a pick, but couldn't make the contested grab. Pound Eagles. Damn it. That we need him to make that play, you know. But Ringo, good coverage though. Campbell anywhere in the front seven and Coop anywhere in the back four. Basically, yeah. I basically that's right. I hope they aren't rushing Campbell back with all these reps coming off injury. I don't think they are, but you know, I said this once, I'll say it again. Jihaad starts, Dean is gone. That's a player they would trade for a cornerback with strong safety. Here's the question: if you're a team, would you trade player for player? See, I don't think there's a need to trade Dean. Like just trade draft picks. You're not going to pick 13 players next year. Take a couple of those picks. Go get a guy and keep Dean on the roster. You know, Derek Moore, what's going on, my man? Thank you for the super chat. Shout out to you. What happened to Lewis Sign? It's been really quiet. I haven't really heard much about him at all. It's been really quiet, and you know, things that I heard last year was, you know, I just don't know how much he's recovered from that injury that he had, you know, before. You know, it's just maybe not the same guy, but we'll see. I mean, I haven't heard anything about him. You know, the only safeties you hear about are Makuba, Sidney Brown, and then McCollum. That's basically it. I haven't heard anybody else. Eagles undrafted free agent. Where is it? I just lost one thing. Shanderick Powell broke a long run against the third-team defense. Saquon Barkley ran down to Powell to give a rookie a high five after the play. Shanderick, you know what? We're hearing good things about Shanderick Powell. Like, we're hearing some good things. Like, I don't know, he's not going to make the roster, but he might be a great practice squad guy. Player for player trades are so rare, though. I don't know. Like, I don't know how another team would value Dean coming off an injury, and then he's got to go to a new team. Late in camp, learn a new system. It just, I don't know. I don't think it would work. Philly, I know Davis is going to go off this year, but unfortunately, he's going to do so good, his price is going to go up. That's my biggest fear with Davis. You know, my biggest fear with Jordan Davis is that Jordan Davis is going to have a Milton Williams type year, and then he's going to get 20-something million. You know, dude, Jihaad Campbell messed up Ben Van Sumeren. We saw Jihaad Campbell get snaps at edge and rush the passer. Ben Van Sumeren, Zach Berman is saying, is headed inside. Went to the ground while trying to block Jihaad Campbell on a running play. Something to monitor. BVS is top fullback option on his team. He must have really gotten thrown to the ground. Shit. Don't trade Dean. Let Jihaad play and let Dean rest up. Good depth guy. I agree. No, I haven't heard Ringo get mossed again. They said he had great coverage, unless it just happened and somebody hasn't updated it yet. But he said he dropped the interception. Hurts with a nice cross field throw to Goddard for about 15 yards. Goddard's having a really, really strong camp, by the way. And if you guys haven't, hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. We do this for every Eagles practice. And I'll have a video later today. We'll be streaming every game, every Eagles preseason game, and then every regular season game. We're going to do a lot of games this year. Let Dean take his time. He'll be all right. Yeah, linebacker's not worrying me. What worries me is that safety spot. Maybe the corner too, you know. The question is what do you guys think is the bigger need? Cornerback or safety? I personally think safety is. So we picked up Jordan Davis' contract. Oh, yeah, you're right. We have him 2 more years. That's right. You're right. You're right. I forgot, Lawrence. We have him for 2 more years. So we have him this year and next year. But I mean, if he goes out and has the year I think he's capable of, are the Eagles going to give him $26 million like Milt Williams got? Yeah, I agree. I think safety's the bigger need. I do. Do you think it's possible that Adoree Jackson is getting more looks with the first team? Not because he's been outperforming, Ringo, but because Fangio is trying to get a better look at him. Do you think that is possible? A good safety can help average corners. Agreed. Brown is going to be great. Look, right now, all my hope is in Sidney Brown. Yeah, this is what I'm wondering, JB3. What if it's just like Devin White, right? Devin White was probably a Howie signing, right? And Vic didn't really have say. And then the same with Adoree Jackson. I mean, when you listen to Vic Fangio say, like, I didn't really watch a lot of them. I saw some of them coming out of college. I know he was with the Titans, but they didn't give him an extension. The Giants, they didn't give him an extension. So, you know, it's sink or swim. Maybe he's not Adoree Jackson. We're getting all caught up in, oh, he's not, he's starting. Because if you remember, Devin White started every practice at linebacker. And then what happened? First week of the season, Kobe Dean's a starter. I think I've got a weird feeling the same thing is happening with Ringo. Because to be honest with you, I haven't heard anything really bad about Ringo. He had a one bad pass he let Marshall get big yards on. He's had a couple catches caught by A.J. Brown that were contested. But for the most part, I've heard he's had pretty good coverage. So I think people are making way too much of it. I think we may have another Devin White situation right here. Just my thoughts. Philly's got a closer. Finally. Doobie, thank you for the super chat. He goes, what up, Dingbats? I just got out of work meeting in Prague. What did I miss so far? Fly Eagles fly. May all Eagles fans have a great day all the time. Hey, Doobie, man, thank you so much for that super chat, man. I appreciate you so much, man. It means a lot to me. Thank you. So far, Jihaad Campbell flashing again. You have quite a few guys not practicing today. And that's pretty much about it, really. And thank you so much for that super chat. Nah, Vic hates him. I mean, I don't know. What Vic said about Dory wasn't like, it didn't sound like, oh, yeah, he can do it. He was like, sink or swim. Pretty much. I have a feeling that that's what they're doing. I think we got to be patient. Little patience with Ringo. All right, here we go. This is interesting. We're getting some different names today. I'll give you that. Brandon Lee Gowan says, strong day for Smile Modon Jr. so far. He's blown up multiple rushing attempts. Eagles have multiple off-ball linebackers playing well. What a concept. Can you believe this? The Eagles actually have linebackers. I mean, dude, you got to go back seriously to like the 90s Eagles to see to have this much depth. Early Andy Reid, they had Carlos Emmons, Trotter. You know, they were pretty good. But, I mean, you got to go back to Seth Joyner, Byron Evans, Jesse Small, and then William Thomas working off the bench as a rookie. They're deep at linebacker. Mondon sighting, yes. That's great. We got a ton of linebackers and no safeties. Can Mondon play linebacker? Can he play safety? That's the question. Damn safety screwing us. It's like I know that I'm crying over spilled milk here. I know, but why did you get rid of CJ? You could have put up with him for one more year. Come on, keep the guy. I just don't get it. It's like there's no need. There's no need. No need. I have to get it out. It just frustrates me. I mean, here's your safety today, right? There's your safety this morning, not practicing. Now, CJ didn't want to leave. He was upset. Apparently, he got in a fight with Christian Parker. All right, so you get in a fight, hug and make up. I have friends that I've gotten in fights with, even fist fights growing up. You let it go, get over it. We were better with CJ Gardner-Johnson than without him. I mean, CJ had. I don't know why he had to go. I don't get it. And at least if you're going to let him go, make sure you got more depth at the position. I mean, we're hoping a rookie works out. And he might. He might, but I hate that he's missing practice. Safety will work itself out. Will cornerback find its solution? I think, me personally, I think the Ringo negative stuff. I personally believe that it's over. It's overspilled. I think he's fine. I think we'll be fine at corner. You might need another slot corner if you're going to move DeJean to safety. I can't rock CJ on this one. Even Lane told him he does too much. He does, and I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm not saying he's not flawed. By all accounts, yeah, he's not perfect. He's still growing up. I was listening to his press conference yesterday in Houston, and he said, I'm still trying to grow as a man, as a teammate, as a father, and it just, I was like, this guy's still growing up. Maybe a little patience would have worked out. They let CJ go. Their plan is Coop. Well, I mean, Coop is only taking reps in base, though. He's not taking reps in with other stuff. So, I mean, we'll see. Philly 500, brother, let's be honest. Philly is about to have some major coverage this year, not just media TV, but TV too. CJ is too loud and does not much good for the business. I mean, I'm not saying that you're wrong. You're wrong. I'm just saying from a football standpoint, it wasn't a hole that you needed to create. Now it's something we're worrying about. And a lot of people's answer is go out and just get Justin Simmons. Well, to me, when I hear that, I just hear, go get Kevin Byard. Didn't work out for us. Makuba is about to be a problem already injured. Well, that's what I'm worried about. No, I think that's the internal answer. Like, I think that if Brown doesn't develop and doesn't go out there and do the job they want, and Makumba, let's say he stays injured all year, can't get on the field, I think the answer, if you're not going to make a trade or get somebody outside, I think it's DeJean the safety, Mac McWilliams your slot corner, and that's how you do it. I hope Makuba will be fine. It's early, but I just think missing those reps don't help. I think Vic believed in Simmons. I really like him. I think he would have already got him here. I agree. I think Simmons talks Philly because he knows the system, and the Eagles know he's out there. But the Eagles won a Super Bowl, in part because they played the young guys and developed the young guys. There's no doubt about it to me. No updates. Let's see. Brandon Gouton, let's see, give us some updates here. Oh, small Madone. Okay, interesting. It's an interesting comment here. Jeff Kerr wrote this. The Eagles may have to dial it back for Jihaad Campbell. Aggressive every play, even after the play. Good thing, but needs to be controlled. My man, he's a beast, dude. He just sounds like a beast. 500, bottom line is go back to the locker room morale. I think this was CJ's issue. A game he got kicked out. He's a great player. Yeah, look, there's no doubt there was problems. I don't disagree. But even despite those problems, you won a Super Bowl with him. I don't know. I just feel like sometimes we just make that one extra move you don't need to make. DeJean missing tonight, missed training camp as a rookie. Mukumba has time to rebound. He did. He missed most of training camp. Remember, he came back. When did he come back? He came. I don't remember when he came back, but it was late in training camp. And then he played in that one preseason game versus the Vikings. I thought he played good. Some people didn't like the way he played. I thought he actually played pretty good. So yeah, I mean, there's no need to panic. No need to panic. We're just thinking ahead. I just want another Super Bowl season. You're gonna get it. I think it's next Thursday. The Eagles, I think, are next Thursday. Tonight we get Chargers, Lions. They gave him warnings last year, and he was still causing chaos this year. Had nothing to do with the game he got kicked out of. The game he got kicked out of versus Washington was unfair. They kicked him out for no reason. It's exactly what I was saying earlier. Jihaad needs a chill kick, get teammates injured. Hope BBS is okay. I love the energy, but do it in the game, not training camp. Yeah, because he depleted Goddard last practice too. Yeah, I get it. You got to dial back some. But I love the attitude, though. Love the attitude. He's gonna be he's a beast, man. Can't wait to see what the Lions look like this season with a new offensive coordinator. Well, they're not. The whole Fame game stinks. I mean, it's going to be, to me, I want to just see Eric Allen. Not going to see anything but third stringers. Yeah, you won't see nothing good tonight, but you'll get some football. I hope they'll tell Jihaad we hate Dak. I'm sure. CJ should be on this roster. I don't care if he's crazy, bro. Was elite playmaker. Do you think Jalen told the staff to get? No, I don't think Jalen did. The telling sign was, something was wrong when Fangio spoke and he was like, yeah, how he got rid of him because of salary cap. I was okay with it. Like he didn't bat an eye. So I think they feel like Mukuba could do what CJ could do. He's just got to get on the field. Campbell's a new CJ, just that linebacker. I think you have a lot of guys that have the CJ swagger. Like, I think Jalen Carter has it. I think Nolan Smith has it. I think Zach Bond has it. I think Cooper and Q both have it. If you look a few years ago when CJ went to Detroit, nobody had it. It was there. Nobody had any swagger on that defense. D Luna, what's going on? How's Ty Robinson? I mean, we hear he's big, he's strong, but he's learning. He's learning, he even admitted the other day, playing against an offensive line like the Eagles, he's having times where he can't even get off the block. So he's still learning. Phil, I think the guys we aren't thinking about is Tristan McCollum. He can still jump. I think they like him. I think they like him a little bit, I don't know how much I believe in CJ McCollum or Tristan McCollum, rather. I don't know. I don't know if I think he's a guy. 2 years ago, James Brad was our Bradbury got bullied by the Niners pregame. CJ is extremely mid. I don't know, man. I think people, when he goes and because he leaves, all of a sudden he's okay. I don't agree. I think CJ was a big part of this team. CJ was pretty elite when he plays for the Eagles. Had 12 interceptions in 2 years. 12 interceptions in 2 years. I think CJ was good. I think people think because he left, it's like, oh, he's not that good after he leaves. But when he's here, he's great. The guy won a Super Bowl with us. Can Ricks play the slot? I don't know. I haven't heard one thing about Ricks being in the slot. Let me go see if they have anything. But I think the guy that has to win it is McWilliams. I think he's the guy. I'm looking for some updates here. Nothing. Can we please get over CJ talk? Y'all sound like desperate dudes. We can get over their ex-girlfriend. Yeah, she said nice ass, but she was toxic and clear had to go. I don't know, man. It might take me a little while. I need Makuba, man. I need Makuba to be flashing his ass. You know what I mean? You got to get my mind off of what I had. I need somebody to come and show me something else. Show me the new goods. Then I'll be able to get over it quicker. Otherwise, I'm just having daydreams. Gonzo, member for 21 months. Thank you so much, my man. Shout out to you. Thank you for your support. Hey, Philly, Hurts is 8 on the Madden top 10 quarterbacks. List goes Allen 1, Jackson, Burrow, Mahomes, Stafford, Goff, Herbert, Hurts, Mayfield, Daniels. Well, how can Mahomes not be 1? See, look, I know a lot of people don't like Mahomes or they think, oh, Mahomes. To me, Mahomes is 1 because he's won 3 Super Bowls. I got to give it to him. Yeah, Hurts is better than Herbert, Goff, Stafford. I mean, he's got to be in the top 4 to 5. I take everything back. I don't have faith in. I don't know what to think of Sidney Brown. I'm rooting for him. I am. I'm rooting for Sidney Brown. I don't know what. I don't know if he's the guy or not. I'm going to be rooting for him or Makumba. All right, so Elliot True Park says Jalix Hunt, my man, another good player. Jalix Hunt with a sack on Hurts in 11-11. The play continued though, and Hurts made a 6th throw to Dotson over the middle for about 20 yards. Interesting. Hunt's going to be a player. Makuba is a CJ clone. I'm trying to tell you, just give him time. CJ was a 4th round. Oh, I agree. I agree. I agree. We can't overreact to it. It's just you hate seeing the guy not practicing. But I like Makumba. I do. I think Makumba is the answer. Rocky, thank you for the super chat. What up, Philly? I'm concerned about safety and the other defensive back spot. I get it. It's fair. And Rocky, man, thank you for that super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I do believe we have a little bit of a fakery going on in that cornerback position. This is my theory. I feel like Adoree Jackson's getting all these practices, and I feel like this is a Devin White, Nakobe Dean situation. Doobie, thank you for super chat. 500. You got to say no Diddy after that. Oh, my bad. No Diddy. Pause. No Diddy. Thank you, my man. Thank you for super chat. 500. I think Makuma will be fine if he can play in the preseason. Yeah, he's just got to come back. He's just missing valuable time. That's all. But yeah, I mean, you're right about that. 500. Does your foot ever? I have no idea what you mean. Rich says, I was pissed when we drafted Makumba. Waste, unfortunately, walking in here trying to get guaranteed contract, but isn't playing. Well, it really wasn't his, like that. The whole guaranteed contract thing really was coming because second round picks before him were getting it. That was the issue. It wasn't like so much him. Uh, 500. Nolan, Hunt, Davis, Ojomo, Carter, Campbell are going to be 43 to 50 sacks. Yeah, they're going to have a lot of sacks this year. I think worst comes to worst, who plays outside corner. Man. Yeah, I mean, I think he could do it, but I don't know if that's what we want. Who would be better utilized as an outside corner than safety? Almost any decent corner can play safety. No safety can play corner. I think the reason primarily is that they're putting him at safety at times is just the depth. I don't think they have the depth of safety that they do at corner, or they think they have at corner, or hope they have a corner. Wasn't Ringo competing against Rodgers last year for the spot behind Slay? I'm lost. How is Ringo so bad? Why let Rodgers walk for cheap? I don't think they really liked Rodgers that much. I mean, he went to Minnesota for a 2-year deal for $8 million. For what, $4 million a year? I mean, they could have easily signed him if they wanted to. 500, you bait Mark yesterday, search Mark, I'm pop up to, yeah. Well, thank you. It had to be done. Is Nolan's, no, not fully healed yet. Cooper's perfect exactly where he's at. I don't want to F that up because we didn't keep Slayer Rodgers. Well, I think that the long-term goal with Coop is to be able to play every secondary position. I think the long-term goal with Q is that he can play either side and be on the top receiver. You know, you got to continue to develop these guys. Just what we saw last year is only step one in their career. They're going to keep developing. I have no problem putting Cooper DeJean at safety. I think he's a great tackler. I think he could play it, and he'd probably be an all-pro. However, I like him as a slot. I don't want to move him. I don't want to move, but here's the other thing: you got to put him somewhere if you're in base defense. If they take if the slot corner has to come out for a play, you don't want to take Cooper DeJean off the field. So he's got to stay on the field. You got to find a way to keep him on the field. The only position, really, the best position to do that is safety. So that's the main reason he's playing safety right now, is because they don't want to take him out on base defense. 500. If Andy Reid was the Eagles head coach last season, do you think the Eagles still win Super Bowl? You don't think so? Well, it depends if Andy wants to pass or not. But I mean, I would think so. I think Andy probably. If Cooper plays safety, who plays slot? Well, if you're in base defense, you won't have a slot corner out there, so it won't matter. But if you put him in safety other times, you'd have to get. I would assume Mac McWilliams would be the next guy in line. Monkey says, I'm a big fan of you, 500. My son loves you. It's 21st birthday today. Could you give him a shout out? His name is Mike Roch. Happy birthday, Mike. And thank you, Monkey. I appreciate that. Tyler Steen is getting primarily first team reps at right guard. See if we get any updates here. Oh, look at this. We got some updates here. All right, so Shenderick Powell has had a good day. He's definitely has special speed. I'm really liking what I'm hearing about Shenderick Powell, okay? I love it. Interception. Hurts intercepted in a 2-minute situational drill. Pass looked to sail on him over the middle of the field and was picked off by Eli Ricks. We've got an Eli Ricks sighting. There you go. Eli Ricks, man. I like Eli Ricks. I would like to see him develop. Find a way to use him would be nice. So Hurts got 2 interceptions in 6 practices. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh, BG's on Exciting Mike's cool. Obviously, the Eagles like Ricks as well. He's still here. I like Ricks. We'll see what he does. That's a good sign. I mean, I'll definitely take that. Why do we sleep on Eli Ricks? The kids, I don't know. I guess just because you don't hear him, with the first team or second team. Ricks is good. I like Ricks. Another pick. ESP is going to flip. Oh, yeah. It's going to mess his whole thing up. Because he's counting. He's counting it all. All right, here you go. That's what I'm talking about. Here's what I'm talking about. Keely Ringo with a nice pass breakup on a throw to Wilson would have been a touchdown. McKee with an awesome deep throw to Elijah Cooks again. Pass perfectly thrown to the corner of the end zone. Nearly was a touchdown, but dropped. Tough catch, in my opinion. Elijah Cooks is another guy that is every practice makes at least one big play. And we know if Terrence Marshall, we don't know what the injury is. They don't have to disclose what the injury is right now. So we have no idea. Is there a slot receiver on the offense? There's a slot corner on him. Call the D packages, whatever you want. Call slot corner, whatever it is. There is a slot receiver. Yeah, it's Jahan Dotson. Ringo has all the talent in the world, just needs to catch confidence. I'm gonna start pushing my theory on this. I think that Adoree Jackson is getting the Devin White treatment. I think he's starting. They're giving him a good look, and they're playing him because Vic really hasn't spent a lot of time watching him. But I think Ringo's got the job in hand. Camp is okay today. Ringo could have had an interception earlier, couldn't hold on. He might have had 2 that he couldn't hold on. Here you go. What do you guys think of this? Johnny Wilson is having a rough start to training camp. Are you guys concerned about Wilson? Lord King, what's going on? He goes, peaceful. I think CJ was out because of organization difference between him and CJ amid smoking weed on the parade bus and other thing. Yeah, it was definitely stuff like that. There's no doubt. Wilson has butterfingers, man. Kylie Rainbow is done. We'll see, Rich. I'm going to say this. Ringo starts week 1. A.J. Dillon was limited practice, apparently a back injury. Pack Wilson up. Yeah. I mean, listen, that Elijah Cooks is playing pretty good. How big is he, by the way? I think he's got decent size. This Elijah Cooks. You're going to have to keep him. Elijah Cooks makes a play literally every practice. Literally every practice. Here's Elijah Cooks, by the way. Every practice, this dude makes a play. He's 6'4", 250. Dude, 6'4", 215. He's got good size. I mean, I think this dude's seriously rising up the depth charts and quick. Like, I think he's making it hard on them. You know, I like what I see. Every play he makes a play. Every practice, I mean. Oh boy. That's what I'm talking about. Jordan Davis with a sack on Hurts, 4th down play. Jordan Davis is a beast. Jordan Davis, monster year incoming. Johnny Wilson will make the team do his blocking, not catching. Very well possible. You're very well possible. But what kind of blocker is Elijah Cooks? That's the question I have. He's got good size. Hey, Phil, is Wilson on the chopping block? I think he is on the chopping block, but I do think that they're right, that his blocking ability the Eagles may not want to give up on him. Elijah Cooks is one of the receivers that's fighting for a spot. Bro, no one wants Ringo to succeed. That being said, he's been for several years, and they keep bringing people into play over him. Confidence is kind of mine on him. I think he's all right. I'm telling you, I think he's going to start week 1. I think I know exactly what's going on with Ringo. I think that Dory Jackson was not a Vic guy. He hadn't spent a lot of time with him, and he wanted to get a look, and everybody's going to jump to conclusions. That's what I think is happening. All right, here we go. So Jeff Kerr says, practice is over. Another win for the defense, especially in situation team at the end. Jalen Hunt and Jordan Davis ended it with a sack on Jalen Hurts. What's good, SmackDown? Have Jalen hit AJ for not today. Jordan Davis has been having help. Yeah, Jordan Davis having a monster. Listen, Jordan Davis, you go look at the NFC Championship game. Watch him in the NFC Championship game. Watch him in the Super Bowl. He's not the same guy, man. Getting in shape and condition for him has helped him. Jordan Davis is going to be a monster. This is what people are going to be shocked about. Jordan Davis, 330 pounds, and then you got Jalen Carter. Who are you going to double team? The Eagles are going to have the best interior defensive line in football. I really believe it. Dudes are confused about position difficulty on defense. Slot corner might be the most difficult position on D, or your corner and linebacker in one. Safety is easy by comparison. Outside corner is pure. It's definitely harder to play outside corner. I agree with that. And slot. It's not easy. It's true. The Eagles' practice was 80 minutes long today. It seems like they got over a little quick. Let's be real. They got Smitty blocking out there. Smitty does a good job, though. Like, for a little guy, the one thing about Devontae Smith, he don't play 175 or 185. Like, he plays much bigger than he is. Smoke Lens Media, man. Thank you for the super chat. He goes, yo, 500, what I miss? Well, here's what I think. We had another day of Jihaad Campbell Jihaad Campbell is a menace. All right, he's taking guys out. I think he had a good day. I think I actually think from what we heard, I think Ringo did. I think some of the corners did. Eli Ricks, Jalen Hunt, Jordan Davis. Defense seems to be winning these days. We don't know exactly what the offense is working on, though. And I am now saying that I officially believe the whole Adoree Jackson starting every practice is the same situation as Devin White last year starting every practice. I think they're doing it to get a good look at him, not because he's winning, but because the Eagles want to, because Vic wants him on tape. So he's putting him out there. I already think he knows what he has with Ringo, like he did Dean. Ringo is going to be better than everybody thinks. Ringo should have stayed at Georgia another year, and he would have been a first rounder, possibly. And I'll tell you what, if for some reason Ringo struggles this year, then my plan with him next year is convert him into a safety. Like if it doesn't work out at corner for him this year, next off season, and it would have to be next off season, I'm converting him to safety. Ringo is going to be better than last year. This was Nakobe Dean. Okay, like right now, we were having the same conversation with about Nakobe Dean. It was the same conversation. And I said it then. You got to wait. Let it play out. Let's see what happens. I think it's the same thing. Ringo has huge potential. The kid's still young, amazing speed. I went back and rewatched some of the film again, and there are a few times he's in great coverage and position to make a play. Agreed. I'm going to start pushing my theory out there because I just feel like, man, I feel like he's getting – I feel like if anybody's getting killed, it's Ringo this camp. And I don't know that he deserves it. But then he either loses track of the ball or gets feet tied. If he can clean that up, he's great upside. Well, that's what we got to hope, Yeah, he only got 53 snaps. Only 2 games. Well, when you have Darius Slay out there, that happens. Ringo should be converted to safety when I would have scrapped the outside cornerback. Yeah, I mean, maybe you're right, sure enough. That would be my plan with him. If he does not pan out, then my offseason, because I think it'd be hard. You'd have to start doing it now. I don't think you can wait till the season starts then convert him. I think you got to wait the next offseason. Saying people hated on Dean, not knowing the player. I mean, we had the same situation with Dean. Why is Dean not getting any reps with the one? Where's Dean? Then we had the whole public practice, right? And I was screaming that. He looked horrible. But came week 1, boom, he played. And I think it's the same situation, man. I think Ringo is going to be better than people think. But, I'm just going to keep saying it until we see week 1. Are you concerned about right guard? Seems like defense succeeding against the position. I'm not worried about it. Only because you got Stoutland. Stoutland has never, ever, ever not figured out the situation there. So I think it'll be okay. But it is the weakest link on the offensive line. It would have been nice to keep Becton. It would have. We were sleeping on Nolan Smith last year, too. A little bit. Pure outside corners can't tackle for shit. A lot of them can't. Except for Eric Allen could. That's why, to me, Eric Allen's I think the best pure all-around corner I've ever seen. One of them, because he could tackle, he could blitz, he could cover, he could do it all. You look at a guy like Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders never wanted to tackle anybody, but he was a great cover corner. Ringo has all the measures. They got to get the kid ready to go. I agree, Jim. I'm going to stay positive on Ringo. I am not going to fall on this. I'm more worried about that safety spot. So, in all honesty, do we see a D situation out, especially this being a contract year? Wait, do we see the D in situation out, especially being a contract year? Him? Oh, Dean. See, I think Dean's future with the Eagles is probably slim. Because one, Jihaad Campbell's, he's just a menace. Trotter Jr. is having a strong camp, and Dean's going to be a free agent. So I think Dean plays this year out, and I think he's probably gone. Deion was the worst. Deion was it was horrible. Horrible. Yeah, Rod Woodson was up there too. What Rod Woodson did was smart. When Woodson got older, he converted to safety and added 2-3 years to his career. Elijah Cooks is another Greg Ward type. He's bigger than Greg Ward. Elijah Cooks, look, I showed this earlier. I'll show you this again. All right, Elijah Cooks is 6'4", 215 pounds. All right, I mean, that's Ward was no 6'4". This kid's got physical size. He intrigues me. When is Makumba coming back? Don't know. You'll trade a cannoli for a wrench. You got it. You got it. This Paisan can't turn down a cannoli. Pause. No diddy. Just in case. We don't know when Makumba's come back. When do you think we'll win the starter? I think right now Sidney Brown's going to win it. But if Makumba could get back soon, he'll, I think, win it. And when I say soon, I mean like by first preseason game. If Makumba could be ready to play the first preseason game, I think we're fine. Say 500 with all three linebackers playing very well right now. Where does Nakobe Dean fit in? What linebackers coming off the field for him to play? What I think they might do, one of the things, I think that today they had Jihaad Campbell he took snaps at edge rusher. So what I think they might do at times is put Campbell at the edge, and then you insert Dean back. So they could do that, you know. And then if they want to put an extra, if they want to put an extra linebacker on the field, you could also do that too. You know, if you want to go 3 linebackers, you could do that. But it's going to be a challenge because I don't see how based on what we've seen in camp, how the hell do you keep Jihaad Campbell off the field? The dude's not. It's not like he's just making plays. He's bullying players. He's depleting guys. He put Ben Van Sumeren in the locker room. He depleted Goddard. He's making plays every game. Yeah, you got it. I want the cannoli fresh. All right, fresh. Wilson's a huge disappointment to me. I loved him at FSU. I wanted to draft a guy, not knowing he was going to forget about how to catch a ball. Yeah, he hasn't been good yet. Yeah. Jihaad is Myles Garrett. Watch. So you think No Cut Sports podcast? You think that they move him to like a full-time edge rusher though? Like, see, I see them. The way I envision them using Jihaad Campbell is similar to the Cowboys' use of Parsons early in his career. Like the first few years where they kind of moved him around. Parsons wasn't full-time rusher. You know, he's become that more, you know, in recent years. So do you think he's like a full-time edge, or do you think they move him around? Yeah, I see him as a hybrid too. Yeah. Jihaad Campbell playing line. Yeah, I see him as off-the-ball linebacker and at times going to pass rush. Third downs, he's going to come at the quarterback. And then when you can, you insert Dean back into that, like on a passing down or something. Bond and Campbell are going to be a problem for teams. They are, because they're both athletic. What surprises me about Campbell, and I don't know, you know, I remember watching him in the at the combine, and I was like, I thought he was like, I didn't realize he was as big as he is. That's what's really shocked me about Jihaad Campbell. He's way bigger, man. He's a beast. Garrett Jihaad is a ridiculous comparator. I don't know what you mean. Oh, Garrett Jihaad. Well, they're not. Yeah, Myles Garrett, not even the same type of player, which shocks me. People say Parsons will be highest paid. Parsons can't play run. He's more erratic. Yeah, but you know they don't. That's not how they pay people. You know, it's like a guy at a position gets paid, and then another guy goes out and he gets paid. And you know, now that there's been you know guys signed. Parsons going to want more money, and he's younger than those guys. He's going to end up getting more money than Garrett, whether he deserves it or not. I mean, he's not Garrett. Don't get me wrong. Garrett's special. Eagles defense has chess pieces with Campbell and DeJean. And Q. Especially if we take injury at edge. Yeah, agreed. I think Jihaad, Mitchell, DeJean will play multiple positions. I agree. And I think that's the best use of them. You know, I've always said this about Cooper DeJean. I think he's like a Swiss Army knife that you use, especially in certain matchups, week to week. You put him wherever you need him, like kind of like how the Eagles use Malcolm Jenkins. And then I think Q is your shutdown corner. You teach him to play the other side. You let him learn how to basically shadow the best receiver. And then Jihaad Campbell, I think you use around too. They're all very athletic, and they're all Swiss Army knives. I think Parsons comparison fits Jihaad better than thought we can know yet. Yeah, I think it seems like it does. Yeah. No, Makuba, no, he did not. Scotty Gaming did not. Makuba could play safety or slot. Yeah, but we need him in a slot. We need him in safety. See, I think the Eagles, that safety spot, they want a guy that could cover. That's what the main. You got to be able to cover. And I think he can do that. We just need to get him back on the field. Rocky, man, thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, Jihaad, I think, can be used like Van Ginkel. Yeah, I think even more so. Like, I think he could have even more impact. McCool, we start Philly, don't worry. Yeah, I mean that's my hope. That's my hope. You know, I'm trying not to panic, but I do get a little worried because like, oh man, he's not back on Thursday. He's losing, you know, and Vic Fangio came out and was like, yeah, can't replace like physical practice reps with, taking, mental notes, basically. And I was like, oh, you got to get on the field. Vic's not happy. So you nervous about McCool being undersized first week camp? Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. The White Sox was trying. Oh, White Sox. I don't think Parsons compared Fitz Campbell as well because I think Campbell is better coverage line than Parsons was. Well, you might be right about that. I'm not trying to compare him to Parsons per se player. I'm just saying how they used Parsons early in his career, especially his rookie year, where he wasn't always rushing the quarterback. That's just how I see them using Campbell. He may be way better in coverage. So you think Campbell will be used like Cassandra? No. I think Jihaad Campbell can be Reggie White at linebacker. I really think he struck gold. He's going to be a stud, but Reggie was a defensive end. Bro, this defense nasty, bro. Like, they will all smack you. Maybe not Reed, but everyone else will. Oh, yeah, I agree. Well, Parsons was much better at rushing the passer, Teams took advantage of when he wasn't rushing. Well, he's not good against the run either. You can run against Parsons, But I think the way that they used Parsons is how they're going to use Jihaad Campbell. Could be Fred Warner. He's better start. Yeah, I agree. Xavier Watts was right there to be drafted, but I'm hoping McCooper can say I am too. That was linked down. Don't give credit to Q and say Ringo was weak because he didn't catch the interception. I'm not killing him. They said he had great coverage. Dude is mad. I want Jihaad to feast on Dak. Me too. I want it to be like Dak play action back to pass. Jordan Davis blindsides him, sends him like into next week. I want it to be Jordan Davis that crushes Dak because Mark Holmes loved Jordan Davis. He loved Jordan Davis coming out of college. All he talked about every video was the Cowboys got to draft this guy, Jordan Davis. As soon as the Eagles took Jordan Davis, then Jordan Davis is this fat, lazy guy, and all he did was talk bad about him and take shots. I want Dak Prescott to get crushed. I mean, crushed by Jordan Davis. It's got to be Jordan Davis to shut that mother humper up. Anaya Smith, the special teams coach did talk today. He said Anaya Smith has looked really good in punt returns. So that's where you want to keep an eye on him. What I've heard about Anaya Smith is one-on-one drills, he does great. Like, if it's, let's say, him going up against Cooper DeJean in one-on-one drills. But when it becomes like 11 on 11, he kind of disappears. Yeah, I want 12 sacks 1 week too. I'm rooting Davis have career season. Me too. I want to hear that was on you, Dak, coming on Mark. I just want Mark to go, oh, shit. What does he do that? Oh, shit. Oh, Jordan Davis. Dude, do you see that? Dak's helmet is all bent, and Dak don't know where he is. That hit on Jordan. Like, I want him to have to say, that was Jordan Davis. I want that so bad. This Jordan Davis breakout, I agree. I'm telling you, I think Jordan Davis is going to have a monster year. Because, I like Milt Williams a lot. I do. But I think that when you have Jalen Carter next to you, I think it helps. And I think that Jordan Davis is already very talented. Now you're going to have Carter and Davis. Those edge rushers are going to take advantage of those two interior guys. You know, they're going to have a big year. I want Dak to look up like Mahomes did in the Super Bowl. Like, bro, what is going on? I do too. I'm telling you. I want it to be Jordan Davis that crushes him. Dak is due for a first interception playing in Philly. That's going to the house. Yeah, I agree. Cooper DeJean's going to get Cooper or Q will get a pick six versus Cowboys. A Cowboy fan said the Eagles should have gotten a cornerback or safety instead of Campbell. I know. They're already saying, well, yeah, Jihaad Campbell, we got Izaraku. He's the net. He's going to be better than Abdul Carter. That's crazy. Ojomo's going to have a good year. Yeah, Jalen Carter is the linchpin. You all see Davis' film from last season. That was some games where he was moving freakishly fast for a guy's life. Yeah. And imagine taking 26 pounds off, being well more conditioned. I mean, it's like every practice we go through, Davis is making plays. Didn't have that last year. Davis is going to have a big year. It's Mark's believe Mother Smith is better than Jordan Davis. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. That going to sees Carter Pro. Oh, agreed. Dave Sports Quest, what's going on, bud? What's up, 500? Hope you have a great. Yeah, man, pretty good. I would love for Q to get a pick six. Everyone forgot about Q quiet because of DeJean's hype. Yeah, and look, I like DeJean. DeJean deserves it. But he gets that because he made a pick six in the Super Bowl the world was watching. Q has just silently, quietly just been shut down. And I think Q is actually well underrated. I really do. I wanted Donovan Easy to be fair, but I didn't even think we'd have a shot at Jihaad. Happy with her guy. Well, I liked him too, and I think he's going to be a good player. But Mark is already doing videos that he's better than Abdul Carter. That's what he does. He's saying he's better than Abdul Carter. He hasn't played one down yet. How could you know that? What corner or safety? There wasn't. No, I don't think there was one. Davis stopped drinking sugar drinks. Yeah, I'm. That's what I've been working on. Your boy David Ojobo is on the cutting block in Baltimore. Oh, is he? See, I like that kid. I like that kid coming out of college. I think that injury really screwed him up. He had that unfortunate injury, man. I would like to see what he was going to be before that injury. I would pick him up if I'm the Eagles. Yeah, Cowboys the line is in trouble. Yeah, Q is a quiet assassin. The sack totals will go upward. Interceptions will turn. I agree. Morning, friends. Mark Holmes, what's your buddy? Cowboy Joe Boo. Campbell was the best player left on the board. Would have been dumb to have drafted anyone else. Here's the other thing. The other thing is, if you watch the video, the Eagles from 20 are trying to move up to get him. They're desperately trying to trade up to get him. Teams are scared to trade with the Eagles. I mean, they tried to get him at 20. That was clearly their guy. He was nice at Michigan. I really liked him coming out of college, and I was like high on him. And then he got that injury. Was it his pro day? He tore his knee up. was, not the same after that. Some guys just aren't the same. Q and Cooper are like Smitty and AJ of corners. I agree. My bold prediction season is Micah doesn't sign his contract and hit free agent next year. He throws deep down. Dallas ain't it. I think that would be hilarious. Jihaad is a Vic pick, no question about it. Did you see the reaction on draft night when they got Jihaad Campbell? I've never seen Vic Fangio smile more. He smiled. He had a bigger smile on his face when they got Campbell than when they won the Super Bowl. Campbell looks bigger than I thought. Oh, I seen Short the other day pull up 2024 first rounder, and look how many certified ballers got drafted. I didn't realize how nasty 24. Yeah, it was pretty good. Perhaps the Eagles got the right Michigan Wolverine in Uche. Like Brandon said, Ojobo is on the chopping block. Maybe Ojobo. I mean, Uche's had a decent training camp. I mean, he's ahead of Azeez Ojulari. I say around week 5, this defense is going to be unfair. Yeah, I mean, I think we got to be a little patient the first month or so, but I think by the end of the year they're going to be as good. The whole defense draft picks was all Godfather Vic's picks. How he learned his lesson signing Huff the Puff. Yeah, we'll see, Yeah, Vic loves. Well, I think for his defense to work, he'll even say it. Like, you have to have good linebackers. His defense needs good linebackers, and if you look at even when we tried to run versions of it, we never really had good linebackers. I don't remember this many good linebackers for the Eagles since like the 90s, early 90s. For Micah Parsons wants to be. Oh, you know it. You know that. No question about it. Let me see here. Make sure you guys, if you haven't, hit the like button. I want to get at least 300 likes before I sign off and go to work. Can't wait to see our defense destroy Dallas. Me too. Yeah, you've heard Campbell's been. I would say, to me, the star of camp has been Campbell, because every day he's doing something. Every day. That same Cowboys fan said it was bad move to give Jordan Davis 5th-year option. I know, it's crazy. Yeah, I'll be watching the game tonight. I'm not streaming it, but I'll be watching it. Looking forward to seeing Eric Allen's interview. I'll be on my Discord. If you guys want to come hang out with me, Discord's in the description. I'll be on there chatting tonight. Cam Newton is a goat of cross-dressing. I know, right? He does some weird stuff. Yeah, Jalen Carter. This was the first day Carter practiced and did 11-on-11 drills. He's been limited with a shoulder injury the last few days, so this was the first day he got in on 11-on-11s. Not much more than that. Campbell might be better than Ball, which is nuts. Well, everybody, who was it? I think it was on Cilio's show yesterday. He said that everybody's going to be focusing on Bond, and that's going to open a door for Campbell. I agree. Dubs fam, what's going on? Philly, how's the live streams been going, man? I've always tried to be here last season. My father passed away. Hopefully, could be a live stream this season, man. I'm sorry about your father. My condolences. Let him rest in peace. I'm sorry to hear that. Live streams are all right. It's okay. We'll be doing a lot of live streams this year. These early ones are tough. Like I gotta leave in like 5 minutes to go to work. I don't think we've seen the best of Bond yet, to be honest. Oh, I don't think so either. Alien Discord, no, but I do got a tinfoil dingbat video for my channel members coming out about that supposedly alien craft on its way here. I got to talk about that. Kale might be pissed. He might be. He might be. It's not healthy agreement with Sassy Souls. It doesn't happen often. I'm not worried about DBs. Our front seven is top 3. I think they're really good. I'm worried about the safety position. I have a theory at corner. Thanks for everything you do. 500. Thank you, Lacey Ferd. I appreciate you. I love the fact that athletically great linebackers are immune from targeting. Yeah. As long as the Birds have safety, who doesn't get beat, it's okay. Yeah, look, we got to trust. We got to trust Howie will figure it out. The coaches will figure it out. At least we got Christian Parker back there. I mean, dude's been one of the best defensive back coaches in the league. Probably getting a defensive coordinator job next year. So, does Jackson play special teams? I don't know if he does. I know Ringo does, but I don't know if he does. I want to see Antoine Powell Ryland in the preseason game. 16. Yeah, he's got talent. I haven't heard anything about him. So, he's one of those guys that will wait preseason, fourth quarter. Didn't you say the aliens were supposed to have a meeting in the sky some months ago? Stop it, Phil. I didn't say anything about an alien meeting in the sky. No, that wasn't me. Our defensive front is going to eat this year. Oh, definitely. Hey, I'm not making the alien thing up. There's some scientists said that crap. Phil, do you think Campbell could become better than Parsons? I don't know. It's too early. It's too early, Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's some talk. Yeah, exactly. I got to do a conspiracy video about it. And it's pretty weird. 500, it's my birthday. Thanks for streaming. Keep up the good big work. Oh, happy birthday, my man. I hope you have a great birthday. D-line rotation is going to be crazy. Phillies are going to run. Yeah, they're going to be good. Jomo Hunt are going to have breakout years. Agreed? I think Jalen Hunt's going to be really good. Yeah, exactly. That's what I think's coming. I love our rotation. I do too. I really like the defensive line. I just have worries at safety. That's my one area, Anyways, I'm gonna sign off. I've got to get going for the day. I'll come back at lunch and do a video. I'll be streaming. Well, I won't be streaming tonight, but I'll be on Discord later for the Hall of Fame game if you guys want to hang out. I just want to thank everybody for joining me, and yeah, we'll see. Tomorrow's another practice, so I'll have a video later. And yeah, I got to get going. I didn't realize it was 8:56 here, so I need to get going. But with that said, you guys have a great day. I will talk to you later. Of course, peace. Talk to you.
2 minutes to go. You have plenty of time.
Come on.
Oh, shit! Dad! No!
It's over. It's over. This game is over. Cut it off. It's over.
Fuck.
Congratulations, Green Bay. Congratulations, Green Bay. Congratulations, Green Bay.
I said run the ball.
Congratulations, Green Bay. Dak Prescott, you need to be fired today. That was on you, Dak. That was on you, Dak. That was on you, Dak.
I said run the ball.
That was on Dak Prescott. Trying to defend the CeeDee Lamb. Trying to defend the CeeDee Lamb. You tried to defend the CeeDee Lamb. You got to give it to CeeDee Lamb. God. It's over. It's over, Dak. Put Trey Lance in the game. Trey Lance can't do worse than you.
I'm an idiot because I buy into this shit. Because here's the thing. I am a grown-ass man. And I talk the talk. It is killing me.
I feel it coming. I feel like it's going to take Jerry Jones taking. Cut it off. It's over.
Fuck.